Alright, so in today's video, we are going to be building a donut shop in Bloxburg. The donut shop that I made is called Honeydew Donuts. It is located in New England. It is a donut shop chain in New England, similar to places like Dunkin' Donuts. And yeah, this is going to be my first ever build where I'm actually building it during the video and not just touring it. So hopefully I do well. Hopefully you guys are pleased with it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun building this. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, before we get into it, I just want to say that my voice sounds bad because it's 11 p.m. when I'm recording this, so just bear with me. It'll get better, trust me. Alright, so I got the blueprint out right here. As you can see, this is going to be where the donut shop actually is. We got the parking spots over here, and then we got the drive-thru. So, hopefully this is going to be a simpler build. I'm not sure though. So it's probably not going to be simple. It's probably going to require a lot of basic shapes just based off the design. So, alright, I'm going to start off with this wall right here. And I'm going to show you why we're going to start off with this wall. So this is just going to be like the main wall, like when you're going in, right? Like this is the first thing you'll see. So we want to make it, good. I like settling with this color right here. I think it works pretty well. Honestly, this color's not going to matter too much, and you'll see why in the future. You also notice at the bottom there's like a little cobblestone area underneath all the windows. So I'm gonna add a wall trim right here. We're gonna make this gray cobblestone, right? I actually decided to make it like this disheveled rock. I forget what it's actually called, but instead I actually did this. I think it looks a lot better, honestly. Never mind, I changed my mind. I don't think it actually looks better at all. I think it looks actually a lot worse. Alright, so I got the window set up here, and you'd think this would be the end of it, but unfortunately it's not, and I'm going to show you guys why. Alright, that looks a lot better. I added it to basically all the sides that I need to. Obviously this looks a lot better than it used to. So, I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys are as well. I'm going to add the walls and the wall trim for the rest of the build as well. Alright, as you can see, I got the full thing, wall trim, walls all done. I think it's looking good right now. While I'm building, I just want to ask you guys, how have you guys been lately, honestly? I haven't uploaded in a while. I don't think most of the viewers watching this are longtime viewers, so welcome to my channel. If you are a longtime viewer, welcome back. Thank you for staying. I haven't uploaded in about 2 months, so alright, I got a lot of boring stuff out of the way. Basically what I did, I just added a ton of windows in this front area, and I also added the walls for the inside. So what I'm doing basically is I just want to get the exterior over with and then worry about the inside. The exterior is the hardest by far, so I want to get that over with hopefully. And yeah, so I think the hardest part of this build is that it's actually not just one story, it's like 1.5. So what I have to do basically is I have to use basic shapes across this whole thing, which should be a really fun experience. Alright, so I got like this skeleton part of like the upper roof complete. Now I just have to complete the actual roof itself, do all the structurals and stuff like that, and yeah, we'll be done with it, hopefully. Alright, that was so long and tedious, bro. But it looks so good now. Look at that, bro. So cool. And we also got the logo right here. I'm honestly loving this build so far. This might be my favorite build by the end of it. Next up, I'm gonna add the concrete and like wood chips that are on the side right here. I'm just gonna use roofs, honestly, and just floors. I'm not gonna use too much basic shapes on this. I don't want to waste too much plot data and money. Alright, and I'm also gonna add just the pavement right here just to also get it over with. While I'm doing this, I want to ask, what do you guys think about the new map? Honestly, I think it looks pretty good. I think it blew a lot of people's expectations like completely out of the water. So, really good job by Bloxburg with that. And also, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this build right now. Because honestly, especially when it's done, I want to see how you guys think of it. This is probably going to be one of my best commercial builds ever. So, stay tuned. Alright, so I basically got the parking lot done over here. Thankfully, the new update basically carried with the parking lot. I mean, I didn't use the new crosswalk because it doesn't look like the one in real life. Alright, it's getting late for me. IRL right now, it's 11 p.m. You can probably tell by my voice, I'm not 100% right now, so I'm gonna continue this build tomorrow. The exterior is basically almost done, and yeah, I will see you guys then. Alright, it's the morning. I'm back on, so let's get back to building. So what I want to do next is work on the drive-through area over here, so I'm gonna get to work on that. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is work on like the things like the blockers for like the parking spaces. I forget what they're called, but I'm gonna work on those first. You'll see what I'm doing in a little bit. Alright, so like that. I think that looks a lot better than it did. So we're just gonna put that in all the parking spaces. Alright, and there we go. I'm also gonna try to indicate that these are handicap spots. I'm gonna see what I can do with that. It's gonna be a little bit harder though, considering that there's no handicap like parking sign in the game. So I'm gonna try to figure something out there. And after that, we're gonna work on the drive-through. Alright, so what I did instead is just recolor the markings that were already there. I made them blue. I think that indicates a lot better that these are handicap spots over these ones over here. At least I hope it does. And then over here we have to do the drive-through area, which is also just gonna require a lot of basic shapes. So I'm gonna see what I can do here. Alright, wait, hold on. We may be cooking right here with like the menu. Unfortunately, I don't have like any honeydew menu as like the restaurant is, but there's just the default menus inside the game, and they look pretty good, just like that. Alright, I got this going on right here, honestly. It's definitely not the best thing I've ever done. But yeah, this is what the drive-thru is gonna look like for this honeydew. Honestly, not the worst thing ever once again. So, I'm gonna add finishing touches over here, and I'm gonna see what I can do. Alright, yeah, I think we're good over here for now. And honestly, the outside might be finished besides some finishing touches. Like, honestly, there's no, like, street lights or anything like that. It's like the most simplest outside I've ever seen. It's crazy how simple it is, and I like that at least. Just kidding, I had some chairs out here. Honestly, I think it looks a lot better. Alright, so now on to the inside. Honestly, I've never decorated a commercial build before, especially on the inside, so this is going to be a really interesting experience, so bear with me here. Alright, so this is what we're working with on the inside. Right here is going to be the kitchen, right here is going to be the storage room, this is going to be like some power room, I guess, and then here's going to be the bathrooms, and then this is going to be the restaurant area right here. Alright, so I had to look up what a honeydew donuts looks like inside, so I'm going to use some reference pictures here. So unfortunately, they use this very ugly beige color throughout the whole build. Just realized I forgot to add the drive-thru window. But they use this quite interesting, in my opinion, I don't think it looks very good beige color. Maybe it looks good to you guys, but it doesn't really look good to me. They also use these tiles right here. If I remove the grid pattern, you can see it a little bit better. They use like white tiles on the floor. And this just goes throughout the whole build entirely. So we're just going to use it throughout the whole build. Hopefully it looks good. Except for the storage rooms, I don't think it's very necessary to have tiles in these rooms. But yeah, here's what the inside looks like right now. It looks very bright. And then what they also have is they have like the ceiling tiles that you see in like a school, where it's like basically in the ceiling. So I'm gonna have to figure out something with that. Alright, so basically what I did, okay, this is really cool. I actually really love this. What I did is I placed transparent cubes up in this floor up here that's not needed. And I placed light boxes on top of them. I'm gonna show you guys real quick what that looks like. So yeah, if I color the transparent cube black, right? Like you can see the transparent cube, and then you can see the light box, and then when you put it under, you can't see the transparent cube. So it just looks like one of those ceiling boxes. I just realized this one's out of place. But yeah, super cool. I love this right now. Alright, I don't know what to do first. I don't know if I want to do the kitchen first or I want to do the restaurant area first. I think I'm going to do the kitchen first just to get out of the way. And then we're going to work on the restaurant, do all the finishing touches like the bathrooms, the storage rooms, all that type of stuff, and then we'll be finished. Alright, so for the kitchen, this is going to be probably a little bit more difficult than I want it to be. But basically, I might have to use basic shapes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a lot of basic shapes, just looking at reference pictures. Alright, so I created this little shelf right here in the front. Basically what this holds is a bunch of like coffee making stuff that you can bring home as like a treat, I guess. Obviously not the best creation I've ever made, but I kind of rushed it. I don't think it's that important. So, and then over here in between, you know, like this area right here is a counter. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use basic shapes still, but hopefully it's gonna be a little bit better. Yo, okay, this looks really good so far. I really like this. Oh my goodness. Alright, so, oh man, this looks really good so far. We got this front area right here where like the cash register is. From the inside it looks a little bit worse, honestly. I'll try to fix a little bit more of that. But right now, bro, this looks super good. I love it. Alright, so we got this front area going on right now. We got trash cans. I had like an advertisement right here. We got the front area. I'm not going to try to focus on the restaurant right now. As I said, we're working on the kitchen first. But right now, bro, this is looking really good. I love this. I hope you guys love it too. But like, this looks super good in my opinion. So what I have to do next, unfortunately, usually it should be by a wall, but unfortunately I have to do it with basic shapes because this window right here is in the way. But I think it should be a little bit easier, hopefully. Alright, so basically what I'm doing over here is I'm making a shelf almost identical to the shelf in the front of the building, except this shelf is going to house all the donuts. It's almost the exact same as Dunkin' Donuts or any other donut chain. They house the donuts in the center where the cash register is. It's the same for Honeydew. We're also going to put a menu up here just like in the drive-thru. Once again, unfortunately, I don't have a Honeydew menu, so we're going to have to use the base menus in the game. Alright, this is looking really good so far. Loving this right now. Also, just like every other kitchen in the world, I'm going to add these little rubber mats that are everywhere. I don't really know what they do, but yeah. Alright, now we have to work in like the back kitchen area, which should be fun. Alright, so I don't know what to put in this area where it's like in between all this type of stuff. I was thinking maybe putting a commercial fridge, because honestly, this probably works the best in this area, but I'm going to try to figure something out for this area, and hopefully I come back with a result. So basically, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was like a half wall before. I made it into like a full wall with basic shapes. It looks a little bit weird on the outside, of course, but hopefully that isn't that much of a problem. But yeah, I think over here is just going to be the main cooking stations, which should be easy enough to build. Alright, I think I got an idea going over here. So over here is just gonna be all the drive-through stuff like that. We got the fryers right here. I'm gonna have the coffee like station right here. We're gonna have all the grilling stuff over here, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alright, I got something going on right here. I'm gonna let you guys know when I'm finished with this kitchen area, because I assume you guys don't want to see it, so we'll see. Alright, so we got the I think the kitchen is mostly finished. Let's see my inventory down here. But yeah, I think it's mostly finished. I think it looks very good, honestly. Just looking at it from this angle, it's a little bit bright, obviously. But just looking at it from this angle, it looks mostly finished. And yeah, I'm going to add some finishing touches and we'll get to the restaurant. Alright, just like that, I think the kitchen is finished. I added the rubber mats, I added some stuff back here. And yeah, I think it just looks more complete now. Alright, moving on to the restaurant. So most honeydews like don't have any booth seats, they're all just like plain seats. So I'm going to see what I can do here. Alright, so as you can see, I got the tables basically set up here. All I need to do is add some chairs, add some decorations, and the restaurant area should be finished. I think for these chairs, we're just gonna do like the simple restaurant chairs that like everybody uses. Yeah. should be simple enough to place chairs. Honestly, this build, I think it's mostly finished, but for how like crazy this build seemed to me, it wasn't that hard. Like, there's obviously some hard parts of it that would take a long time, but overall, like, it's not crazy, and that's what I like about it. It's just like a simple restaurant that, like, you know, a lot of people can make if they know how to use basic shapes. So, you know, if you ever want to make this build, make a donut shop like this, it's super easy. You can follow along the build. You can see I use a ton of basic shapes, stuff like that. There's so much chairs in here. I don't know how I feel about having this much chairs. We'll see how I like that, because honestly, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I like that much chairs in one single area, and they're all the same. Alright, so I ended up removing this like middle section of chairs, and I just added a carpet over it, which is actually what it looks like in real life. So hopefully that looks better. We'll see though. And then over here, I'm just gonna add a bunch of paintings that relate to like the area that Honeydew's in, which is like Massachusetts, Rhode Island. So a bunch of like ships and stuff like that, ocean stuff. And there we go, pictures added of ocean material. Hopefully that's New England. Alright, and just like that, we finished the restaurant and the kitchen area. So now we have to work on these rooms over here, which is basically... And I just realized that we forgot to label the bathrooms. Alright, and just like that, I figured out a way how to fix this. Hopefully it looks better. And yeah, we can add the bathrooms now. Honestly, I don't want the bathrooms to be too crazy. We're just probably just gonna add like a toilet, sink. What you usually have in a bathroom like this. Same for the storage rooms as well. Alright, so I went with like maybe the most simplest design right here. So I didn't really focus too much on the bathrooms. So we're gonna move on to the storage room. We're gonna move on to the freezer, and yeah, this build will be finished. For this room, we're just gonna add utility boxes, I think. I don't think anything else is like too necessary in here. We just add like 2 of these, some other electrical stuff, and yeah. Alright guys, and just like that, this build is finished. So let's get ready for the tour. Alright, so out here we got just a regular parking lot that we worked on earlier. I forgot to remove these over here. But yeah, if you go around the plot, basically, you know, you got your drive-through area right here. There is a camera right here. You can ring the doorbell if you want to actually do it. I didn't add a computer though. But maybe that's something we should add in another video. But yeah, over here you got your drive-through. You go in, pick up your food, and you're out of here. That's basically all there is to the outside. Obviously, you know, you got your custom stuff over here. You got your handicap spots. But yeah, pretty simple outside, I would say. Heading on inside, we just got, you know, outside stuff right here. I just realized I forgot to color this room. But ignoring that room, we enter the nice area right here where you can pick up and order your food. Over here, we got our seating area when you pick up your food. We got our bathrooms right here with no lighting. And yeah, just a simple, nice restaurant area right here. Moving on, to get into the kitchen, you have to go through the storage room right here that has just electrical boxes. And it moves into the kitchen, which over here we got our cashier area where the donuts would be. And over here we got our back area where you can cook all your stuff. Back over here we got a storage room where you'd keep all your frozen food. We got just some crates right here since this build was just built. There's no frozen food yet. And then over here is just a drive-through window with the drive-through stuff and then another cash register. But yeah, overall, this is what the build looks like, bro. Honestly, besides this back area right here, which is completely undecorated, I honestly love this build. I love what we did over here in the front, personally, over anything else. But comment down below, if you are even in this part of the video, what you like most about this build. I don't know if it's my best commercial build ever. It was definitely one of my cheaper commercial builds since it's so small. And yeah, I had a lot of fun in building this. So yeah guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord server, link in the description below. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.